Okay, so the previous video didn't record when I was doing the examples. I think the only example that came out was number 1. So at this point, some of you have completed the first column. So to compensate for the examples that didn't come out, I'm going to do the whole first column in this video. Okay, so this will be called part 2 of exactly what the previous video is called. Okay, so we are on exercise 2.3 on page 44. Okay, make it a bit bigger. You're going to answer it horizontally, but as you know, we normally answer it vertically, one below the other. Okay, but because of the space here, and I don't want to cut each and every example sum out, I'm just going to write it horizontally across like it. Okay, but you guys know how to answer it in your books. Okay, so firstly, that is going to be written as 1 over 5 to the 4. Not so. It says write in expanded form and calculate. So that's 1 over 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, which is 1 over 620. Any problems there? No. The next one, when we're multiplying and bases are the same, what do you do to the exponents? What do we do? When we're multiplying and bases are the same, what do we do? Add the exponents. So it's going to be 9, negative 1 plus negative 2, which is negative 3, which in turn can be written as what? 1 over 9 cubed, which is 1 over 9 times 9 times 9, which is 1 over 729. Okay. You guys got that? Yeah, there's more than one way of doing it. I could have written this first as 1 over 9 times 1 over 9 squared, which is 1 over 9 times 1 over 9 times 9, which is 1 over 9 times 9 times 9, which is 1 over 720, which is the same thing. No? Okay, you're disrupting her. You're not disrupting. Okay, so both of you are not taking note of the lesson. Right, ask. You're explaining something. Would you like to take over?
No.
Why not? I thought maybe my explanation is not good enough. Now why are you not explaining over when I'm explaining? How would I now feel? Okay, I'll cry later. No? I've got some to do now. Right, anything above 0 is? 1. So it's 1 over 4 to the negative 3. Not so? And I know some of you want to say it's 1 over 4 to the 3. And some want to take this to the top. This is going to be a bit easier. So that is going to be 4 cubed over 1, which is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. Just look at the next one. This will simply be 2 to the negative 1 over 3 to the negative 1. Not so? If it's negative as a numerator, it will be positive as a denominator. And the exponent is negative as a denominator, will be positive as a numerator. So that will be 3 to the 1 over 2 to the 1, which is 3 over 2. Alright, you guys understand? Otherwise, we could have said 2 to the negative 1 is 1 over 2 divided by 1 over 3. Not so? Which is the same as 1 over 2 times 3 over 1, which is still 3 over 2. But as I indicated, there's many ways of doing this. Okay? As long as you're not bridging any mathematical rules there, you should get the correct answer out anyway. Again, when you're watching these videos, I'm sure you don't watch the whole video. You just look for this. Anywhere on the screen, you should see this, okay? And that will tell exactly which example and where it's coming from, okay? People, m, 1 over 10 to the negative 1 can be written as, this can go up. So it's 10 to the 1 over 10, over 1, sorry, which is 10. The next one, we're going to multiply the exponents first. So this will simply be 3 to the, what's negative 1 times 2? Negative 2. Which is 1 over 3 squared. Which is 1 over 3 times 3. Which is 1 over. Alright. So now we're looking at exercise 2.3, page 44, number 2. Okay, that was number 1 we just looked at now. Exponents 2.3 number 2. I don't think I will be able to reach number 3, but let's hope so. Well, number 3 is short, it's really short. Okay, express with positive exponents. Express with positive exponents and simplify if possible. All denominators cannot be. Why can't a denominator be equal to 0? Otherwise the sum will come to be undefined. Okay, my girl, don't write the answers on your hand. Alright. So the question says express with positive exponents. Okay. That one is going behind the thing. Alright, so the first answer. The first answer is going to be 1 over x. The next one, the negative is only on the b. So only the b goes to the bottom, not so. So this is going to be a over b. The next one, what will this be? 1 over 2x all squared. Why? Because the negative is in the whole bracket. The whole bracket must go to the denominator. Guys got it? In other words, that would be, if you don't sound convinced, I'm going to show you another way now. 1 over 2 squared is 4x squared. Or I could have said 2x to the minus 2. Remember, there's a 1 on the 2 is exponent and on the x. So that's going to be 2 to the minus 2, x to the minus 2. You all okay with that? But actually, this is over 1. So where would this go? 2 to the minus 2. The denominator, which is 2 squared. X to the minus 2 to the denominator, x squared. So there's a 1 on top. So what is 2 squared? 4. So it's going to be 4x squared. You can see the same answer. Okay, you can do it either way. People, the next one. 2 to the minus 3. 1 over 2 cubed. This is 1 over 8, correct? The next one. The numerator becomes the denominator. And the denominator becomes the numerator. As you can see, the numerator is negative, becomes positive as the denominator. Denominator is negative, exponent becomes positive exponent with the numerator. Any confusion there? No? Let's just wrap this up quickly. The next one, I can multiply the exponents first, so it's going to be b, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 over a. What would that become? Would the a go to the top? No. 1 over ab squared. Why? So only that must come down, it's negative. Looking at the next one. So that is 1 over negative 1 over 8 to the 2. That's 1 over 1 divided by negative 1 over 8 squared, which is 1 divided by, now negative squared is positive, 1 squared is 1, 8 squared is 64. Okay? Which now becomes 1 times 64 over 1. be 64. Okay? The next one, negative divided by negative is positive. So I got b to the minus 1 over a to the minus 1. The denominator becomes positive on top with the exponent, and b to the minus 1 in the denominator becomes positive as well. The last one, you got a negative, a fraction raised to a negative. So we can swap the whole fraction around. So that would simply be 2ab minus 1 over 4 to the 1. Anything to the 1 is that number. So 2 goes into 2 ones, 2 goes into 4 twice. There's 1 over 2. Where's the more ace? On top. What about the b? Since it's negative, it must go to the denominator. There's more than one way of doing this. You guys should have sorted it out there. Exponents first. People, for homework, I want you guys to do exercise 2.3, the second column. Exercise 2.3, the second column. In number 3, you do the first and second column. Okay, you guys are saying this is too little work. Okay. Huh? Say again? Class. Oh, yeah. Don't forget the class test. So the second column and the class test. Yeah. So that's for number 3. You must do both columns, first and second. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon, class.